My name's Jeremiah Alvarado. One of the ways that I found my community here in Eureka Springs was through the library teen program, which I had been going to since I was in middle school. We used to do it would be from 3:30 to 5 after schools. Used to be on Wednesdays. Nowadays it's on Fridays, but on Wednesdays we all of us would come from the high school, either driven over by the buses or when we were in high school, actually walk down from across from the end of the Ozarks to come down here to the library meeting room where we'd play board games. Some weeks it'd be rock band, all kinds of crazy cool things that we used to do. But one of the longest running ones that still happens today is playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is a tabletop role playing game. And even now, I still play with several of the librarians on every other Sunday, playing various adventures in the fifth edition of the game. And now I get to run the D&D games. I've started back when I was in high school. The kid, who's still a good friend of mine, Tamar, first wanted to have D&D as a regular uh, event at the library for that program, and he really wanted to run it. But after his first year, I believe, maybe two, of doing it, we would run marathons, so 12-hour game sessions, one shots. You come in with a character and you just play for 12 hours straight. You get a meal and snacks, candy, that sort of thing, and you play. He did not enjoy doing it. Come to find out, he didn't like running for that many people, and I can understand. You end up running for. I have had upwards of 17 since I took over at a time during those marathons. Those of 17 kids that I'm having to keep control of with some help from. Back then, it was I don't remember her last name, Sarah. She was the one who headed the teen program, but yeah, us trying to keep hold of 17 kids all at one time and me trying to be energetic as we take them on wacky, crazy adventures. But, and then when 2020 came, the pandemic, we still continued to run it. I still continued to run it, though at that point it was over Zoom, so we could avoid being around one another, which was definitely different. I mean, I've played online games before, but doing it with kids it's even harder to keep everyone, kind of on track. But it's a lot of fun. You get to play with miniatures and kill monsters in a fantasy world of your own making. It's a ton of fun, and it's still how I keep close with a lot of my friends, actually. Even across the US, we play games online. It's just, I joke that I want to live in a fantasy land, and I wish I could, of my own making, because it's freeing.